Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Vulnerable Tasmanians now have greater access to COVID jabs as the state government ramps up its Pfizer vaccine rollout. But health experts are warning national supply issues could wreak havoc with the program if stock can't keep up with demand.
A new after-hours urgent care clinic officially opening its doors. To help fix the state's ailing health sector, but it's demand for COVID vaccines that's keeping these doctors busy.
Now that the arrival of Pfizer is quite imminent, people are the 40 to 59-year-olds will be opting more for the Pfizer vaccine.
To aid in the vaccine rollout, from today 2 specialised clinics open to the public, one at Mowbray and the other at Bellerive, designed to give support to those who need extra help, including people living with a disability. And for the first time, from this week, 7 GP clinics in Tasmania have started giving the Pfizer jab, with hopes it will accelerate Australia's struggling rollout.
As more Pfizer vaccines become available, I think more general practices will be able to provide that. But I think also the state-run clinics will be able to increase capacity as well.
Nationally, health officials gathered to take part in a war game challenge to map out different vaccine scenarios, now hoping for Australians under 40 to have access to Pfizer by September. But it all depends on one thing.
We have limited supplies of Pfizer and we have to prioritise that. I think later in the year that we potentially will be able to offer more choice around which vaccines can be chosen by individuals.
While GPs have welcomed the announcement, they're concerned that ongoing supply issues with Pfizer will continue to hamper the rollout.
So we're going to see a very large increase in vaccines coming into the state over the next few weeks and particularly into August.
Saying the rollout relies on Australians signing up and getting the jab. Ainsley Kosh, 7 Tasmania News.
East Coast businesses are hoping to ride a road to recovery next week after the state government confirmed the Tasman Highway near Orford will reopen on Thursday. While happy they can take advantage of the school holidays, some believe they will never be able to recoup their losses.
For Jay Bulge, tourists are the lifeblood of his Triabunna service station.
Where are you travelling from? Holds Bay. Yeah, okay, yeah.
However, the last few weeks have seen numbers dry up.
We're down about 60% in turnover, fuel sales and obviously other things as well. School holidays at the moment, the place is dead.
The Tasman Highway works behind the slump, currently closed while dangerous rocks are removed. It will finally reopen to one lane at 7 a.m. on Thursday, with trucks today going through the final preparations. Locals say it can't come quick enough.
Some of them have had terrible trouble. One business was down 90%.
As soon as we found out it was this Thursday, there was a little bit of excitement about it again. It's just like a new toy being opened.
Alan Burden's hotel recently recording its quietest week. Customers deciding against using 2 alternate routes to get there. The opening timed perfectly, with the business preparing to host a concert next week.
Now the road will be open, that'll make it an easier trip for them as well. So, yeah, that's all good.
And everyone's going to obviously come up and have a bit of a sticky beak at what's happened. Looking forward to it.
The opening of the road will come right in the middle of the busy school holiday period. Local businesses encouraging tourists to get in their car and make the trip up the highway.
We're hoping that with this school holidays, with the second week, we'll actually have more traffic come through.
And while thankful for state government support, many are counting the cost.
Still a huge gap which we'll never recover from. You can't recover from something that's gone.
John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
The process to find the state's new Labor leader begins tomorrow after yet another week of turmoil for the party. For more on this, we're joined by reporter Letitia Wallace. Letitia, you spoke exclusively to acting leader Anita Dow today.
That's right, Kim, as she has refused to be drawn in on who would be putting their hand up for the top job in the caucus meeting tomorrow. The position was thrown open after David O'Byrne resigned on Sunday, less than 3 weeks after taking the leadership role over sexual harassment allegations dating back more than a decade. Anita Dow fronted the camera today for the first time since the accusations surfaced last week. She refused to say whether she would stand for the top position.
The position that's vacant currently is the leader position. The deputy leader position isn't vacant currently. There'll be discussions, no doubt, at our caucus meeting, and that will be a matter for our caucus meeting.
So you intend to stay on as the deputy leader?
That will be a matter for our caucus meeting.
Speculation is growing on whether Rebecca White will make a comeback after resigning following the state election loss. The Premier had these harsh words on the matter.
4 weeks ago, no one in the Labor Party caucus wanted Ms White as leader, but now it appears that she'll be their preferred leader.
But if there is more than one nominee for the role, the voting will go to a ballot, which we should know in a couple of weeks. So, Kim, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out tomorrow.
Tasmanian aged care residents have been treated to a special Tasmanian Symphony Orchestra show. Born out of the pandemic, musicians are providing the elderly with tunes that soothe the soul.
Mesmerised by the magic of music. These aged care residents in Latrobe are receiving a classical concert thanks to a new initiative by the Tasmanian Symphony Orchestra.
So one of the silver linings of COVID was being able to learn to capture our concerts digitally and then make them available on screens, and really importantly for Tasmanian elders and residents of community care.
Nursing homes can subscribe to the special service and the benefits are endless.
To be present in aged care, we know we can improve mood, we can reduce isolation, reduce anxiety, create connection between residents, because music is best shared together.
Our residents with dementia, it's very calming, and you can see that they really enjoy the music, and it's very relaxing for them. And when they were younger, a lot of them used to go to concerts. Some of them are unable to go now, and particularly in areas like Latrobe, they don't have that access to concerts like we would in the cities.
Uniting Age Well intends to do monthly viewings, with many residents already looking forward to the next one.
Oh, it was very lovely. Yes, it was beautiful.
Here, it's not so easy to see live performances as such. So, yes, I'm very glad I'm here today and enjoying it.
It's the first time I've heard a classical performance in a nursing home, but it's certainly lovely to hear, and it lifts your spirit. It's just beautiful.
Letitia Wallace, 7 Tasmanian News.
Well, Tasmanians are being encouraged to donate their winter woolies to Uniting's blanket appeal throughout the month of July. The annual drive assists around 1,600 locals currently sleeping rough each night.
This appeal allows people to get some extra support and provide a little bit of respite when they need it most.
Donations can be dropped off at Commonwealth Bank branches across the state. A program to ensure every Tasmanian child has equal access to sporting opportunities has been renewed for another year. The Ticket to Play initiative offers $200 vouchers to eligible children to reduce the costs of playing sport. Already the program has been used by thousands of kids around the state.
We've been lucky enough to have over 26,500 kids in the last 12 months participate and try tennis in schools, and that's a great platform for kids to take up this initiative.
Applications for the program will remain open until May next year.
The Southern Football League has made the shock decision to postpone the upcoming round of matches after a local Signet star was involved in a near-fatal incident. The league says the move is a mark of respect to much-loved player and former Lauderdale bomber Ryan Wiggins, who suffered a spinal injury on Saturday night. A GoFundMe has been set up to cover medical expenses. It's so far raised more than $65,000. Recruitment for the Tasmania Jack Jumpers is in overdrive, with an NBL young gun today inking a new deal and 2 international stars firmly on the roster hit list. Jack McVeigh says he's excited for the shift in scenery but won't change his on-court instincts. And then there were 3. Another day, another Jack Jumpers target locked away. And there's no disputing how Jack McVeigh feels about his move south.
Super exciting, super excited. I'm super excited, super exciting. I'm going to say the word again, but just super excited.
The energetic forward lured from the Adelaide 36ers after what pundits consider his career best season.
McVeigh looks to pick up the tempo, pulls up himself. Wow.
Success, he hopes, will launch him into his new on-court home, but the 25-year-old knows the slate will be clean under coach Scott Roth.
He just said nothing's guaranteed. You know, everyone that comes here, 1 through 11, is going to have to work for what they want.
The Jack Jumpers head confirmed they're currently in contract talks with 2 overseas imports to Premier League hockey, and there's relief in the university camp after they ended a 19-game losing streak.
Finally, for all our hard work this season to pay off was a really great feeling.
A show-stopping first half from uni goalkeeper Georgia Ferguson thwarted the Derwent attack before some fortune and firepower sealed the shock 2-goal win.
We've been building momentum as a team, but it just all came together. We just kept sticking to our processes and what we do, and it paid off on the weekend.
In the men's, the battle for a top 2 finish is on a knife's edge after Canterbury and OHA both cruised to victory. And Tasmanian greyhound Winburn Sheehan is continuing his mainland charge and will jump from box 2 in Thursday's Group 1 Brisbane Cup.
Good evening. Launceston and Devonport warmed all the way up to 15 to be our highest today. Hobart 9 degrees, Burnie 14. Wynyard along with King and Flinders Islands 14 as well. Low Head and St Helens 13, Bushy Park and Strawn 12. Dissipating low cloud over the west and south of Tasmania. Partly cloudy conditions elsewhere across the state. Plenty of cloud over southeastern regions, coastal Queensland and southern WA. The rest of the nation mostly clear. Tomorrow a high extends a ridge over Tasmania and north over the Queensland coast, a series of troughs and a cold front over Western Australia. Lighter winds tomorrow and variable before tending southwesterly over the southeast, swells to 4 metres in southern waters. A road weather alert is warning of ice on roads, and that's current for most of the state overnight and into the morning. Tomorrow partly cloudy for Hobart, a cool start, 2, top of 10, 0 for Geeveston, 9 the high, -3 for Bothwell, a top of 8 degrees. Launceston heading for 11 after a negative start, a morning frost, partly cloudy for Devonport, 11 as well, and 9 the high for Cressy after -3 to kick off the day. Burnie 11, 12 the top for Strawn, a shower or 2 on King Island, Curry 12 degrees. St Helens 11, Swansea mostly sunny but not very warm, just 10, and 10 also for Orford. Another frost on Thursday and mostly fine apart from a light shower over the northwest. A cold start to Friday and fine and partly cloudy for all regions, and on Saturday the chance of a light shower over the east but mostly fine and partly cloudy. With that system south of WA, Perth can expect some wet weather tomorrow. Partly cloudy conditions for Adelaide, Melbourne and Canberra. A sunny 17 in Sydney, fine and 21 in Brisbane. Partly cloudy in Hobart, it's currently 6, 8 degrees right now in Launceston and clear in Devonport and 8 degrees. My prediction, Kim, is that you'll be needing 2 hot water bottles over the next 3 nights.